Chapter 58. The Dispute. God has heard the words of Khalwa bin Thalba, who tells you, Prophet, of her husband's actions, of how on her period he demanded of her that she give him sexual satisfaction. Her husband threatened that if she does not have sex, she will be like the back of his mother, meaning that she will be divorced, but not allowed to leave his house and go and marry another. And Muhammad, you were about to follow pagan customs by saying the husband was right, but God reveals now how false such a statement is. He brings you from the darkness into light. None can approach their wives for intercourse until their periods have passed, and none can compare their wives to their mother's back. This is the way of the pagan past. Their wives are not their mothers. Their mothers are the ones that gave birth to them. And now God has declared such a saying is wrongful. Only a transgressor would repeat it again. But God is forgiving and pardoning, and if you forget this command, be quick to put it right. If one of you says such a thing to his wife, then free a slave, a true expiation in God's sight. This act must be done before the couple go to one another sexually once more. Follow God's command, but if you have not the means, then fast 2 months or feed 60 of the poor. And this lightening of the expiation is for those who are in need, to show how merciful God will be to those who trust in him and his messenger indeed. These are the boundaries set by God. Those who ignore them will suffer and be brought to account, and those who oppose will be truly shamed. A humiliating punishment will be brought about. This will be on the day when they are all raised and of their deeds made fully aware. God will take account of all that's past, though they had forgotten and become unaware. Do you not see, Prophet, that God is a witness over everything that happens in the heaven and earth? There is no conversation had by 3 where he is not omnisciently the 4th, nor between 5 where he is not the 6th, or less or more, or anywhere they may be. He has full knowledge, and on the day all will be informed of every deed. And though you told some not to have secret conversations, see you now how they still do. These hypocrites give information about your battle plans to some of Medina's Jews. And then those Jews come to you saying, "Death be with you," and then in private wonder, if Muhammad really was a prophet, for us giving him such a greeting, surely God would strike us asunder. As he replies, "Death be with you too, but we live on. God does not punish our words." But they'll soon be sent to hell indeed, to burn, the destination that they deserve. You who believe, if you talk in secret, make sure that your speech is pure, avoid evil and lies. Say only what is good to each other. You'll return to God, so keep him in mind at all times. If you do otherwise and taint your conversations, know this is Satan's work. It brings mischief, though it can only harm if God wills it to. So trust in God. This is the best of beliefs. You who believe, if you are told to rise to make way for other believers, then do so immediately. The Prophet always chooses to honor those who fought beside him at the Battle of Badr willingly. And remember, those of you asked to move, God knew you resented having to do this. But bear in mind, if you cleanse your hearts, God will raise you up with him for your obedience. And you who believe, the rich of you ask the Prophet many questions, and you do not give the poor the same chance. So pay the poor some alms for each question, and then they too will benefit from what you ask. This would be better for you. Giving in charity will purify your heart and atone for sins. But if you do not have the means to pay such alms, then know that God is merciful and forgiving. And some time passed where only one rich man came forward to pay alms for a question. He paid 10 pieces of silver for his 10-word query, as following God was his only intention. O rich men, do you fear to share the wealth God has given you, or have you become miserly? God removes the making of payment for each question, but pay zakah and make prayer sincerely. Obey God and the messenger. Truly this is best for you, and know God is fully aware of every action that you do. Prophet, have you seen the ones like Ibn Ubay, allying himself with the Medinian Jews that God is angry with, obeys neither with the believers nor with the Jews. They swear they believe, but they are lying in this. Him and those that do the same will have an end that is a truly terrible destination. They try to hide the sins they commit and lead others to the path of devastation. They will suffer a humiliating torment. None of what they have will help them against the Lord. They'll be the inhabitants of hell, a just recompense for all the sins they've stored. On the day they will swear again that they are truly believers, just as they swear it to you in this world, but they are just lying deceivers. Satan has taken sway over them and caused them to forget God and go astray, but those who oppose God and his messenger will be humiliated in the worst of ways. As God has written on the preserved tablet, my messengers and I will surely win, and those who are righteous will be rewarded, and the evil will be punished for their sins. Prophet, you will not find people who truly believe in God giving their loyalty to those who disbelieve, whether it is their fathers, sons, or brothers, or any other relation indeed. Such believers have faith inscribed on their hearts, and God helps them with his light. He will let them into paradise, where they will surely taste every delight. They are pleased with God, and God is pleased with them. They turn to God for all their needs. They are the ones who are on God's side, and they are the ones who will succeed.